The prefaces of the new light novel, the Saga of Hamavaran, now combined into their own separate volume due to a business model adjustment. Forward. Thanks to a fruitful new writer recruitment drive and the phenomenal success of the contest, this novel is amazing. We have received many highly original works from up-and-coming writers all over the world. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our international writers for supporting Inazuma's light novel industry. We'd also like to thank Kanjo Commissioner Hiragi Shinsuke for his grace and generosity. It's thanks to all of you that we are able to bring so many outstanding works to the readers of Inazuma here today. As you all know, prior to the promulgation of the Sakoku Decree, a number of accomplished samurai from various lands were active in Inazuma. One of them, whose name is Hamavaran, hails from the distant rainforest nation of Sumeru, but came all the way to the land of Lightning's Glow to be an agent of chivalry. Though tales of Hamavaran's deeds were once buried during the peak of unchanging eternity, under Her Excellency the Shogun, they have now been given life anew thanks to the narrative prowess of a good friend of mine, the budding author Persina. Now, without further ado, please enjoy the Saga of Hamavaran at your leisure. How could this happen? An ordinary scholar from Sumeru is unexpectedly assigned an unpopular specialization in order to go forth to the land of thunder and lightning. The curtains slowly rise on an adventure in the nation of many shores. It's not the tempest at sea I'm worried about. It's the prospect of deferred graduation. This was the thought occupying Hamavaran's mind on his long voyage to Inazuma. You're worried about not getting your thesis finished in time and having to delay your graduation, aren't you? The familiar sounding voice came from outside the cabin. Shush. Who are you anyway? Who, me? Is that important? Good point. No, you're not that important. Hey! And so, the great thunderstorm raged, shaking the seas and heavens alike. Hamavaran began arguing with the quiet voice from outside the window, while all worries about the storm and fears about not completing the thesis on time paled into insignificance. But strangely, when Hamavaran arrived on shore, the owner of the voice that had been arguing back from outside the window was nowhere to be seen. Maybe it was the ghost of a shipwreck victim. Hamavaran considered this possibility. Ghosts are just the ley lines memories of the deceased, Hamavaran reasoned. It's a completely natural phenomenon that occurs due to resonance between past and present. To be sure, it's highly unusual for this to happen in the middle of the ocean, but it's by no means impossible. Who are you calling a ghost? You're the ghost. Hamavaran had finally produced a satisfactory hypothesis to explain away the symptoms of delirium and moved on to luggage collection when the familiar voice piped up once more. Ghost calling? Is it the same as spirit warding back home? With confusing questions swirling in his mind, Hamavaran begins to speak with his newfound traveling companion. An unexpected journey begins. So you really are a ghost? No, I'm not even dead yet. But you've never been alive either. Yeah, I guess you could say that. The talkative young girl, who claimed to be a Shikigami, gulped down gluttonous rice dango with such speed and intensity that Hamavaran began to worry she might choke. If I had to explain it, I'd say my situation is more like that of a ghost calling. So like I said, a ghost. No, not that kind of a ghost. One argument later, Hamavaran finally understood that what she called ghost calling was something roughly equivalent to what in Sumeru is known as spirit warding. Both involve signing a pact using one's real name. The notion that you can command someone when you know their real name is common to many of the world's mystic traditions, and it highlights a core fear held by humans. The fear of being under someone else's control. With thoughts thusly wandering, Hamavaran once again began to regret specializing in the much neglected discipline of marine biology instead of mysticism. First I have to sail all the way to Inazuma. Then I have to go through the living hell that is a thesis defense. But maybe running into this noisy little thing is a stroke of good luck for me.